Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I decided to basically recreate the look that I did last week for some photos that I took. I got a lot of messages in my inbox to recreate the look and to film it for you guys, and decided that, you know, since Valentine's is right around the corner, I decided to call this a Valentine's makeup look, which, you know, has a kind of Valentine's vibe, you know, pinky purple. I used my Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette, and I also used my NYX Meadow palette. There's a lot of metallic colors in here that I really loved, and decided to incorporate it with the look that I'm wearing today. I was also thinking about the look I did last year for Valentine's, and it turns out that I actually used the same palette, but the look is a bit different. Some of the colors were the same. I'm gonna go ahead and link that video for you guys at the end of this tutorial. You guys are interested in seeing that look as well. But yeah, I'm feeling very mauve-y today. You know, there's a lot of mauve going on, my nails, my shirt. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you guys are interested in seeing this look, then just stick around. Okay guys, so I've already prepped my skin, and I'm using the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Overnight Hydrating Mask. I told you guys I really love this because it really hydrates my skin. Even though it's an overnight mask, I have been using it a lot as my moisturizer right under my makeup, and I love it. Once that's dried, I love this Luminizer Primer from Dr. Brand. It's great for somebody who has dry skin but still wants to minimize pores and fine lines, and it's a great primer. I'm really loving this primer. I'm gonna go ahead and mix my Natural Radiant Longwear NARS foundation with a little bit of my Stromboli. I feel like this foundation is just a little bit too light for me, so I am going to just mix a little bit here in my little mixing jar and apply that. I've already prepped my eyes with the Trish McAvoy Instant Eye Lift, which is this pinkish tone eyeshadow primer. I love it because it cancels darkness and veins. I already did that first, and now I'm just gonna apply my foundation and get started with my eyes. Once I apply my foundation with my brush, I always love to go back and just use a sponge to really buff it in the face and push the product really nicely into the skin. And I'm loving this sponge from Morphe. I just love how it's cut and the size. I just think it's a really good sponge. I'm using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia palette, and the first color we're going to pick up is, I'm going to recreate this look for you guys. Let's start with Bone Fresco. Start with a little bit of Bone Fresco and just kind of set your eyeshadow primer in the crease area. And just, you know, apply it in your crease, going back and forth. I like to go up a little bit higher than my actual crease, because I really want that color to just kind of peek through the background. So you're almost applying it everywhere except for the real high arch of your brow bone. Now let's pick up Love Letter. And again, just very lightly, because these colors are very pigmented, so you want to just tap your brush. You don't want to dig your brush, you just want to tap your brush. And then I like to just, you know, kind of tap it and use a washcloth, because eyeshadow can be very messy. So I just put it here on the edge of my desk, and I just tap the brush to get the extra excess eyeshadow off, because you want to try to have as little fallouts as possible. So you just gently apply that color on your crease and go back and forth. You have to also make sure you really concentrate the color right there in the dent, in the socket, in the inner socket of the eyes, because the color is really dark and pronounced in that inner area of the eye. and I happen to really like that look, but with this smoky eye you definitely want to do that. Wow, my wrist. I can't tell you guys how much blending you have to really do to get that really nice, you know, smoky effect, and for it to look very smooth. You really have to just blend there for a while. Now let's go and pick up Venetian Red. I'm gonna get a smaller blending brush, my MAC 217. I'm gonna grab some of that color. Now, this is a very powerful color. And now I'm just gonna concentrate now more in the crease. I'm really going to just go back and forth only in the crease area so I can intensify this effect. Now we're gonna go into our NYX metallic palette, and we're gonna grab this really pretty burgundy metallic shadow right here. I'm going to use this brush and I'm just gonna grab the color, and now I'm only gonna concentrate again in that crease. Okay guys, I don't know if I was recording, but just in case, I am now using the NYX metallic palette, and I'm going to use this really pretty, almost like a deep plum purple metallic color here. I'm using now a smaller blending brush, which is this one, and you notice that my brushes are gradually getting smaller because the work is going to be more defined. So I started out with a really wide blending brush, then I went into a more smaller one, the 217 from MAC, and now I'm using this really tiny one because I want to be very precise with that metallic color, and I'm just going back and forth here right in the crease. Again, still sticking to the crease, but because my brush is smaller, it's concentrating more in a small area, so I'm only tapering the crease by going back and forth right there, back and forth, and that's how you get this look. Now let's pick up this color right here in the palette, which is like a, in the palette it looks like a kind of a pinky, like a light pinky purple color, and I'm just using my finger and I'm literally just going like this right on my eyelid. That's all you need to do. You don't even need a brush for this. You just use the ball of your finger and you apply the color. It just applies better when you do it with your finger than a brush. Your eye picks up more of that color. And then I am going to grab this gold Primavera right here. Clean your finger and grab that gold and kind of feel, grab that gold, and you're basically, pretend you're doing you're touching your lash line, because that's gonna highlight that area. You see, I'm just going lightly on my lash line and it kind of blends it out, and that's basically how I got this color. Then I'm just going back and I'm blending the colors a little bit. Same thing, you kind of feel your lash line. Feel your lash line. It doesn't matter if you get any eyelash, it doesn't matter if you get eyeshadow on your lashes, because you're going to take that off eventually with your mascara. But just kind of feel your lash line and press it right there. So the pinky one, this one right here, was on the actual lid, and then the gold one, you're feeling your lash line. And then you just blend the work. Now we're gonna grab Tempera from the palette here. It's this brow bone color. Tempera on your brow bone like this. It's a perfect brow bone color for this look. Then grab your biggest blending brush, try to clean it on your washcloth, and then just blend your work. Now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to use this time around the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, and this is the convertible brow in 02. I've been going back and forth between this one and the Anastasia one. I love the dip brow. I use that a lot. And I love this one too because it's powder, but you can actually wet it and it becomes liquefied, so it's like 2 in 1. So I'm going to show you guys with this brow look. I want to make sure that the brow is not too filled in, you know. I like the brow to be very kind of bushy, but not too filled in, if you know what I mean, because I love a smoky eye with a very thick, you know, sparse brow. So you have to be careful how much product you're putting in your brow when you do a look like this. Like, to me, this is more than enough. I don't like to, you know, overdo the brow when you have a real heavy, defined, smoky eye. Okay, now that the brows are done, let's go into concealer. I'm going to use my light medium Tarte Shape Tape. Just a little, and then a little bit of a light neutral, just a little on the bottom, just to give you that highlight. Now I'm going to set it with a little bit of my setting powder from Laura Mercier. I don't like to bake, I just set the product a little bit under the eyes. Push it back in. Now I'm going to use my light neutral to kind of highlight the inner, my nose and the center of my forehead. And just make sure it's blended out. Now I'm going to use my NYX eyeshadow base in 03 to kind of define my brows. I just love this color because it's very natural. It's not too light, and it's a eyeshadow primer, which works great to keep the product in place. And it just cleans up the brow area really nice, especially when you need to tweeze. Before I contour, I'm going to go ahead and use my Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder from Laura Mercier. This is in the number 4, and I'm going to set my foundation, which this foundation kind of sets itself. I didn't really need to set it, but I always like to set my face regardless when I'm going to use powder contour. You know, the contour colors are in powder formula. I always like to make sure that my skin is set with a powder first. So let the powder sit. Let's start with the under eyes. We're going to use a push brush, an eyeliner brush, a flat eyeliner brush like this. This is the Morphe 432. Let's grab Venetian Red from the Anastasia palette and just trace right there where your hairline is on your lower eyelash. Now I'm going to grab a smudge brush. This is the Morphe E18, and I'm just going to smudge a little bit blend that out and smoke it because you don't want a defined line. So you want to smoke it out. My brush was clean. I'm not using any product. I'm just smoking out the line that I created. Now I'm going to grab with the same eyeliner brush, the Morphe 432. I'm going to grab the color called Antique Bronze. And I am going to now try to define again on the lash line. Trace it to make it, you know, to give it some dimension. Just to kind of darken that up a little bit. I'm going to use my NARS Rue Bonaparte eyeliner. It's the very nice nude color. I like to just a little bit, not a lot. I don't want it to be too obvious. Just a light touch on the waterline just to make that area a little bit brighter. Don't go ham with it, just do it very lightly. Kind of opens up the eyes when you're using a lot of dark colors on the eyes. Before I contour, I'm going to go ahead and really quick apply my false lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, my lashes are on. These are the wispy lashes. So now let's go and continue on to the skin. Let's go ahead and do contouring. I'm going to use my Shade and Lights contour palette from Kat Von D. It's still one of my favorites. I gotta get a new one because I am running out. I'm using this color right here at the end. I'm just concentrating that, of course, with my trusted Eater brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the outer perimeter of my face. If you hear a little boy in the background, that's my son. He's just playing. I love this contour color. It's perfect. I have been doing a lot of cream contour lately, but I went ahead and did powder today. It's easier. Using this little Anastasia brush that typically comes inside of her eyeshadow palettes to contour the side of my nose right here. Obviously I'm going to blend that out because that is a pretty harsh line. I love contouring my nose. And I mean, I like my nose. I don't have any complaints about it. I just love like to contour my nose. Let's go ahead and bronze the skin. I'm going to use this Lancome bronzer Solaire number 02 with my Morphe M527 brush. We're going to use this NARS blush that's called Blissful. Look how beautiful this blush goes with this eyeshadow. Look how pretty this color is. It almost looks like the color of the eyeshadow, I know, but you do a very light. Obviously, this is, you know, more concentrated. I did a swatch for you because I really want you guys to see how pretty this color is. It's called Blissful from NARS. I love this blush for like fall and winter. This is really a deep plum colored blush, so it's perfect for this season, and it just goes so perfect with this eyeshadow. Now we're gonna grab the Glow Kit Sun Dipped, this color right here from Anastasia called Tourmaline, and just apply that right there. It's a pretty color that goes with this makeup look. Now let's go ahead and highlight our eyes. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our NYX metallic eyeshadow palette, and we're gonna use this really pretty lilac. It's like a light lilac purple tone right here, with a small little precision smudge brush. I'm just gonna apply that right in there to give it that pop, that highlight. It really brings this look together. I kind of like to go up when I do the inner highlight of my eyes. I go up, like right there. Just looks really pretty. Now I'm using my NYX Nude lip liner. It's nude beige to outline my lips. I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Frosted You've Got It, this really pretty frosted color. I just use a little bit of it because I just love the frost in it, but I'm gonna use a gloss on top so it doesn't look so white. And I'm using Striptease from NARS, and it's just a pretty nude lip color without being so flat. Now I'm gonna use my I also used my Cover FX illuminating spray. It's a setting spray. I just love how it mists, and I love how it works. It's such a good setting spray. Now that we applied the setting spray, let's go ahead and apply a little bit of brow gel from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I like to brush my brows going up, and I always apply my brow gel and my mascara after I've used my setting spray, because I noticed that especially the mascara, when you wet it with the setting spray, it kind of transfers on your eye, on your cheeks when I blink my eyes, or even on the top of my eyelid. So I always apply mascara and the brow gel at the end. The brow gel just works better when it's not so soaked with the setting spray. So I always make sure that the last steps that I do are mascara and my brow gel. I'm using my Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is a good mascara. I like this one and the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. They're both very good drugstore mascaras. Guys, that's the end of the tutorial. Let me know what you guys think down below, and if you guys have any ideas on videos that you'd like for me to film, let me know as well down below. Any looks that you guys want me to recreate, I would love to see pictures. Tag me and let me know if you want me to recreate a look for you guys. Also, a video that's going to be coming up is my room tour. I know you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about that. That's going to be coming up either next week or the week after, but it's definitely going to be coming up shortly. Hope you guys found this tutorial easy and easy to follow, and if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.